Yo, yo, yo. Check one, check one. All right. All right.
Just pull up at the address. I like Mama Chaba in a wig in a address. I eat donut, what I put the liquor scene. Ginger alter, turn everything in a mess. The why them shut up. Slip on with them, that's why we have to call them shut up. We them can't bother. Help Captain Black Sparrow. We are killed by
true, you know.
the campaign fling shot. If a boy this Galliwasp scamming.
Yeah, me now.
Just pull up at the address.
I said, Mama Chaba in a beginner address. Turn everything in a mess. Captain Black Sparrow. We are killed by red from in the champion fling shot. If a boy this Galliwasp scamming. Yeah, me now.
Warrior, them a idiot. Hero, war. Never recruit no players, so them a idiot. Hero, war. Yowa, we do the shooting, and we do the recruitment. Some boy, them never recruit a player and attack every time. Bad man move a player, yo. Galliwasp general. Them can't see Galliwasp general. Them know say we bad in general. Rise up, we think them several.
Yo, gather blocks.
Hero wars. Mama Chaba. Hero wars. Galliwasp gaming blocks to the gala. Hero wars. Mama Chaba. Hero wars. Galliwasp gaming blocks to the gala. The baga lippy and the baga laba. Go fit in a dress like Mama Chaba. We sell Lara Craft, figure rise up yama. You get knock that hard for your swallow. The baga lippy and the baga laba. You fit in a dress like Mama Chaba. We sell Lara Craft, figure rise up yama. You get knock that hard for your swallow. When I tell no lie, on the one me up front. Mike Tyson, this a one I got punch. A dirty Polaris, we carry enough stun. I must see the devil where I carry enough gun. Bring it up on the plane, carry through custom. I must see the devil where I carry enough gun. I couldn't meet them, I take for Captain Crunch. You know, see the ice spice, so the boy them a munch. The bagga lippy and the bagga laba. You fit in a dress like Mama Chaba. We sell Lara Craft, figure price up yama. You get knock hard for your swallow. The bagga lippy and the bagga laba. You fit in a dress like Mama Chaba. We sell Lara Craft, figure price up yama. You get knock that hard for your swallow. Hero wars. Galliwasp gaming. Galliwasp gaming.
And if a boy violate a be a things.
Galliwasp gaming.
All right. Let me just drop this right here.
Feel like you Kai with the rework. You feel so hot, me burn up my t-shirt. And if a boy try bully me, you know what dirt. Body on the game, body on the real world. Me feel like you Kai with the rework. You feel so hot, me burn up a girl skirt. And if a boy try bully me, you know what dirt. Body on the game, body on the real world. How you mean? Flames have changed. This new Kai you get flames from flame. Ginger have something where she love to. Make a boy get flames from flames. How you mean? Flames have changed. This new Kai you get flames from
Yeah. Okay. So more time when you see. Hold on. Hold on. Why them fees and hold on, my G. Hold on. When I'm talking, you can't be singing in the background. I know it's me, but still. Galliwasp. Thank you for tuning in to the sounds of Galliwasp Gaming. This is your host, Mr. Galliwasp, aka River Jordan, and you don't know the vibes. If you would like to be part of the Galliwasp Gaming family, jump into the description of this video and you will find a link to the Galliwasp Gaming Discord server. If you are in a server below 1164, we currently have 3 guilds here on 1164. I am the guild master of the main, that is the Galliwasp Gaming Guild. We have the Galliwasp Academy, Helen Kendall is the GM of that, and we now have the newly added the Galliwasp Void. And we have a G like Pharaoh, he is the GM of that. So if you are on 1164 and you're in a dead guild, please make sure to jump into a Galliwasp Gaming Academy. It is the place to be. Now, having done those things, make sure wherever you listen to music, go check out River Jordan, RIVAHJORDAN, aka Mr. Galliwasp. When I'm not playing Hero Wars, I'm actually a musician. I have more than 100 titles on Spotify. This music currently right now is Pimhad. And let me see if I remember how this song goes right quick. It goes like this, yo. When me day at work, it upon my mind. Play it to my colleagues, make me see how it design. Them say it go hard. Yo, anyway. Today the topic is dungeon diving, manual fighting, and I was in my guild right here, and I asked the G them. I said to the G them, I've been thinking about jumping on a live stream and doing some dungeon fighting. If you want, I can jump on. You see how I'm doing it. Pretty Max says he needs it. Pepper said that would be great. Mr. Galliwasp, you don't know the vibes. So this is I feel like it's a community channel, and for me it's about building Galliwasp Gaming as a community of content creators, a community of Hero Wars players, and a community of friends. So that is why the content for me is important. Now, before I jump into the dungeon, I'm gonna head over to the live chat right quick. Make sure if you are tuned in that you jump into the live chat. And before I head into the dungeon, I'm going to head over to the Elemental Cradle. Jump into the cradle right quick so we can see what's going on with these artifacts. So I think most of this is, I'll say it's pre-Henry Fonda. Like you can see by 91 on the Sigurd region, that is a pre-Tidus build. We've got a lot of Seal on Ayari. Since meeting Henry Fonda and seeing his artifacts, it's kind of changed my artifact approach. And I feel like now my artifact approach is geared a little bit just towards Seals. But you can see with certain Titans, like Angus, I've got good work on the crown. He's level 55, Sigurd 71, Tidus 26 and Regal 31. It's not good work, but as you can see, I don't mind a bit of the crown. But since learning some of the tactics with Henry Fonda, most recently, my work has been a lot more geared towards Seals. Big up man like Pharaoh stepping into his role as the new GM as the Galliwasp Void, which is a new Galliwasp Gaming Guild on server 1164 in Hero Wars. So as you can see, I'm like level 80 on the Sigurd seal, 70 on the Ayari seal, 60 on the Angus seal. Regal has been getting on my nerves because he keeps on dropping and I have to keep on reinforcing him. Tidus seal 75. Mostly in the beginning, the recommendation is just work on your seals. That has been the recommendation from the resident Titan advisor on the Galliwasp Gaming Discord. Man like Henry Fonda, big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself. So After I look at the artifacts quickly, I'm just going to jump over and I'm going to look at the Titans. And we're just going to flick through them quickly. I've still got about 1,000 stones to All-Star Sigurd. I really should concentrate more on fire rooms, but you'll see my tribulations when I get into the dungeon. Ayari is All-Star, she's level 76. Angus is All-Star, he's level 80. Regal is 5-star, he's 78. Tidus 70, so my top Titans up there on the top 5. Recently I've had to bring Moloch up because he is a tank and you need tanks to get through in the dungeon. Today in fact I brought Hyperion and Myri up to level 65 for a fight in Guild Wars, which I'll show you in a minute. And then I've got man like Araji who needs to bump up, and Solaris that I've put decent work into. Avalon I've kind of had to be keeping alive because the dungeon is showing me that I need to improve Avalon or he will die. If he dies, I no longer have 5E, it just don't work the same. And the same thing that happens in the dungeon, it's the same thing that's going to happen in fights outside of the dungeon. And guys, do remember, yeah bro, you're welcome to advertise for your recruitment everywhere, Pharaoh. It is legal, it is live, it is endorsed by the Galliwasp boss. If you are on 1164, jump into a Galliwasp guild. Go and join my guy Pharaoh at the Void. Now, I'm about to get into some dungeon fighting, but I'm not sure where Max is. And I'm not sure where Pepper is, but the good thing about YouTube and the good thing about video is they don't have to be here. It's nice if they are here, but they can go rewind the video from the beginning when it's done and they can watch it as long as they like. Now, I've been a bit about heading into the dungeon and streaming because I'm not gonna lie, the dungeon's getting tougher for me. Just look at the health on my Angus. When you see the health on my Angus, that lets you know the dungeon is getting tougher for me. And I feel it's also good for me to do it in this position where I'm facing challenges, so when you start to face challenges you have a better idea of what to do. Carverdock is going to be challenging. Angus is going to be challenging. I may need to switch Tidus out and get Moloch in so Moloch can knock Angus out and stop him. I'll try with Regal, but I can tell you from right now, I'll put Regal on this, they're going to slap him, bro. They're going to slap him, it's going to annoy me, I'm going to have to upgrade him. So you see how they took out my Nova? That is just unacceptable, bro. Absolutely unacceptable, and that is because of Angus. So what I said I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna switch out Tidus and we're gonna get Moloch in. I'm not sure why they took so long to ult. The ult needs to happen exactly as the fight starts at Angus. All of those seconds, we can't afford that, bro. Get the G going, man. Get him going ASAP. Because a lot of it is about controlling different threats that you're facing in the dungeon. See, that in itself gives me cause for a restart. But we'll see how Moloch does. We'll see how Sigurd does. This is one of the reasons why Regal is a big part of dungeon strategy. Because when you're dealing with Ayari, a thing's gonna happen called stealing the hill. Right? I'm not accepting that. It's not good enough. I've left the room too many Titans. Look at how my Sigurd started. Look at how my Moloch started. That is unacceptable, right? So I'm going to try with Regal, but I can tell you from right now, just looking at Regal's health, what I'm going to have to do is this. I'm going to have to go and see if I've got enough now. I don't have any potions to pump him. I can get 300 over here. Kendrick Lamar is not enough. He needs around 5k. So the other way I'm gonna get a little bit of pump on Regal is I'm gonna go over here to his artifacts. I'm gonna bump up his seal. That's gonna give him a little bit more physical attack. Let me just go to 65. That's all my dust. I really do not care. And I'll tell you guys why, because a lot of men have been saving for Tournament of Power, sitting on Tournament of Power. When I won Tournament of Power, I got 50k Titanite. I ran that 50k Titanite down to 30k, back up to 50k, down to 30k, back up to 50k, down to 10k, back up to 40k, down to 10k, back up to 30k, down to 0, back up to 25, 30k. In the past, since the last Tournament of Power, I might have been through 100, 200k of them little Titanite bottles. So for me to be sitting back in the dungeon waiting for Tournament of Power to get them little petty rewards, the rewards I get from the dungeon far outweigh the rewards I get from Tournament of Power any day, any time. You see that 3,000, 3 million, 3.9 million gold over here. I don't spend gems on gold anymore. When I first started, one of the things I used to spend a lot of gems on was gold. Now I do not buy gold. I go to the dungeon and I grind for gold. So being focused, what I'm trying to achieve right here is I'm trying to achieve a decent amount of healing on my Angus, but I don't want to sacrifice for it. And when I say sacrifice, I don't want to leave a Moloch is like torn to pieces. Regal Nova I can deal with, but that's what I'm saying, like I cannot deal with Regal dying, bro. Big up man like Fernando Torres, man like the Ghost. And yeah, Regal dying is like seriously not an option. The last time I faced this conundrum, this is how I had to go through it, to be honest. Because I had this earlier today and I was like, you know what, bro? Maybe if I just stick Angus in with the rest of the 5 water, it will give me enough, because they're killing my Sigurd now. So I really need to upgrade my Sigurd. Or I need to give him some protection. This worked for me earlier. I'm hoping it's gonna work for me right now. I'm hoping, because lightning doesn't always strike twice in the same place. I need to upgrade Hyperion, so I'm gonna restart that. And restarting is a big part of progress in the dungeon. If you watch me play dungeon like I'm doing right now on the stream, you're gonna see I restart constantly. I restart endlessly until I get the result that I need. Because for me to continue diving in the dungeon the way that I want to, I need certain results. If these men come out of this fight with too much health, there might be these many floors I need to go through. I might not get another opportunity to heal. I might lose a Titan. There's too many ifs. So like fights, when you're dungeon fighting, fights count, bro. Almost every fight counts. How you start the fight counts. How you finish the fight counts. All of that stuff counts. Now, to be honest, what I really want to achieve, my objective is to heal Angus, and I'm going to be honest, it doesn't look like it's going to happen in this room, so I'm going to keep it moving, because my Angus is G like that, bro. He'll take it, he'll be alright. He'll run through some rooms just like that, he'll be okay, trust me. And a lot of the time, in the dungeon, that is kind of what you need to do. You need to learn how to make decisions now. Due to the fact of what's going on today, this is what I've been doing with water rooms. This is how all my water rooms go. I press the auto battle button, I get results like this, and I just say nice. But due to the fact that today I'm on a live stream, hold on guys, retreat, restart. That is not how I fight in the dungeon. I don't allow accidents to happen, bro. Man said I'm running into a wall. I told him I am never running into a wall, bro. So for context, what I want to do is, this is what I was doing before I had Tidus. This is what I was doing before I had Hyperion, right? This is real OG dungeon manual fighting, right? Wait for Moloch to hit you 3 times. Trigger your shield, right? Araji's gonna trigger, you're gonna wait till the end. You're gonna slap Araji down with Nova's ult. You're gonna trigger Mairi to protect Sigurd in the little window in between. I'm not supposed to get punched by him like that, so I'm gonna restart that right quick. Cause something happened while I got punched. Oh, it's Ignis. Ignis is why, and normally Moloch doesn't survive, and I haven't fought this way in so long. So let's just wait a little bit longer. Let's just wait a little bit longer and see if we can actually kill him. Nope, we still get hit, but we just need to maintain composure. So get the shield up so we get as much healing as possible. Slap Araji with the ult. Let Mairi go. Wow, this is tough, bro. I ain't done this in a minute. Keep the shield up. Tidus has got the bread of lazy, bro. But this is the timing, and you can see how difficult this is. And look at what they've done to my Sigurd. Now, due to the fact of how my 5 water is, that doesn't really matter, but that's just an illustration of what you're gonna do. And just to show you how amazing Tidus is, I'm gonna just do it like this, so you can actually see for context. Because Tidus he's a game-changing Titan. Talk about, that's 2 ults since the fight started. We ain't even had 1 from Sigurd yet. 3 ults from Tidus. Moloch dies. Like, Tidus is game-changing. Look at the health on Sigurd. Another ult from Tidus. Plenty of time to block that. He don't even get to open his mouth. That's how amazing Tidus is. That's like the kind of difference he makes in water rooms. So that what I was showing you, that was pre-Tidus. I'll get into a fire room when I have to, because fighting too much fire rooms is not a part of the strategy. And Angus is getting low in health. So I'm really looking for a decent mixed room, not just any mixed room. And let me get Hyperion back in. I'm looking for a decent mixed room to get him in. And this is what I mean. I'll fight the fire room when I really have to. I'll fight the fire room when I have no other choice. Seeing as Eden is not here, there's not much need for me to preserve my ult. Whereas you'll see in other fire rooms, when Eden is about, you need to save your ult in fire rooms to make sure Eden does not drop that big rock, the Widowmaker, on your head, bro. That is not a part of the thing. That is not an option, bro. Like, a lot of the time, whether it's in regular rooms or whether it's in battle processing area, or you might want to see me fight again, we can just auto and run this. The only thing I'm really trying to do in this room is save Araji's ult. That's the only thing I'm doing, the only reason why I'm fighting the fire room. Because if I put it on auto, you see that big ult that Araji's got, it's gonna waste it, bro. I can't, that's not part of that's not how we do it, bro. So I'm fighting manual just to make sure at the very start of the next fight, I've got Araji charged, I've got Ignis charged. That means that the opponent that I'm facing, it's gonna be dangerous for these, man. This almost looks like it's the same mixed room. It almost looks like it's the same mixed room, and the fact that I don't have Ayari charged is kind of giving man a little bit of problems. Yeah, I swear down it is the same mixed room. It's the exact same mixed room, bro. Annoying. Hold it. Now I've got to take it off auto and save Nova just to make sure that, and then I get hit by Nova. So this is trouble, bro. Yeah, it's the exact same mixed room. And it wouldn't be so much of a problem if I had Ayari charged. I'm gonna try again with Regal still. Tidus was a very good addition, my bro, Pharaoh. I'm gonna try again with Regal, cause what's really giving me the problems is it's just Angus ulting and blowing my water titans away, plus Araji over there in the background. So I need to bring some kind of counter, cause like I've got to stop all of these things happening at the same time. Maybe what I should do, I'm gonna see if I can heal Moloch and charge Ayari. That should give me a little better opportunity to heal Angus in the next round, but I also need a heal on Moloch. So I'll start the fight, I'll run a little bit auto, but at certain points it becomes necessary to turn on your manual. Okay, we got Angus down. Yeah, Regal's getting on my nerves, bro. Let's see if we've got any more dust for Regal. I mean, well, that's all I've got. Let me go look. I'm gonna head over to the merchant, head to the dungeon shop. We can give him some health through the skins. See if we can pump his skin. Can't afford the dust anymore. The dust might have been the one, but I don't even know if we've got enough dust. How much do we need? A lot. Okay, that's tough. What about Tidus? Just the crown. I don't really want the crown. Although Nova has been dying a lot and the crown would be helpful for her, especially as she is a 2-star. Let's see if we got enough stones to upgrade the skin on Regal. Cause just about. Let's see if that makes a difference. But this is the way how I run up hundreds of floors in the dungeon, thousands of floors in the dungeon. I'm currently on, what, 4K? And it's not by sudden flight, it's not by auto, it's by careful planning, careful preparation, a lot of restarting. And it's just understanding how to get solutions to problems. Like the problem I'm having right now is it's flipping Nova over there in the back. But you see that little skin upgrade just gave me enough to keep Regal alive for a little bit longer. But Moloch couldn't get to her at the back. So what I need to do is I need to make sure I've got Nova's ult saved. Maybe what I should do, let me try that right quick actually. Get Verdok in there, bro. Cause Nova around the back is what's really getting on my nerves, you know. Nova stuns me and she's stopping me from stunning Araji. So if I get Verdok in the place, I want to see if Verdok can cast some more stuns over there and knock Nova out and give me a little bit more space to do what I need to do. That was rash. I should not have thrown that ult, not from Nova. That was a bad decision. And that's what I was hoping for from Verdok. Verdok is doing what he's supposed to do right now. That's rash. Okay, that's their Verdok, not my Verdok. So let me save Moloch's ult for a sec. Too many titans away from Araji. But Verdok is coming through like the G. So now's the time when I need to punch a little bit more carefully. I'm gonna save Moloch, I'm gonna save Nova, because we're getting towards the end of the fight. I want a clean finish with Araji. I don't want that happening, no. And I don't want to spend Ayari's ult. That's very good. So it might seem like a lot for one stage, but a lot of the time that can be the stage that makes the difference in whether or not you're gonna progress or whether or not you're going to fail in the dungeon, bro. Cause if they kill your Angus, you got big problems, bro. And my Angus really needs some healing. So I'm gonna head to the fire room and try and get some preservation. Yo, my G, big up yourself. G is first as usual. He's not first one on this stream, but he's in the place. Big up my G. Have I got an ult from Moloch about? I'm gonna need one more to stop that. Thank you. So that's what you need to do when you see Eden. You've just got to keep Moloch around and make sure he doesn't drop the Widowmaker. A lot of the manual fighting tactics, it's about stopping the big attacks that are just going to wipe your team out. That's what it's about. Stopping the big attacks that are just going to wipe your team out. I need to actually check the giveaways, you know, G. I'm pretty sure there was a giveaway part. I ran straight to the part where I have to register to make sure I get the hero to showcase them. But I will check what the deals with the giveaway are, and now I kind of am used to it and know what's going on. If there is something to give away, you can be assured that I will be doing my best to give it away. 100%, bro. Alright, so these lot are still kind of trying to make it hard for me to get a heal on Angus. I'm not happy with that. So who's dealing the damage? I think it's man like Moloch. I'm gonna take out Moloch and see if I put in Tidus, see if I can get a bit more healing on Angus car. If Angus goes down, the whole ship goes down, bro. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. Angus goes down, your dungeon run is over. You ain't doing nothing in the dungeon. You're going nowhere, bro. You need to have Angus standing still. So taking out my Moloch was not a great move, but let's see if we can burn through and keep everyone alive with Araji. Let's see what we can do for Araji. Cause sometimes it's about defense, sometimes it's about nullifying offensive threats. Okay, so that's looking better for Angus now that Moloch isn't stealing the hill. Cause when we had both of them in there, Moloch was definitely looking to steal that hill. Problem is, this needs Tidus still. This needs Tidus. But I also need... maybe, yeah, alright, let's do this. Let's do this. If we don't get out of this fight with a good amount of health on Angus, our dungeon run is as good as over. It's finished, bro. It's finished. It's a wrap. I think that might have been a mistake, letting Angus ult twice. May have been a mistake. Whoa, 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 whoa. Angus, man. Why, bro? Why for that? Crush Regal, so it's a puzzle, and a lot of dungeon stages are puzzle pieces that you've got to find the pieces to. So as you see what I'm doing here with this one, I'm trying different pieces, but I have a specific objective in mind that like I need to accomplish. I need to heal Angus. That is the objective. That's what needs to happen. If I leave here without Angus with a good amount of energy, I've failed. If I leave out here and I've got a dead Moloch, I have failed, bro. So I'm gonna try this earlier and see if this can do anything for me. This just might do it for me still. Maybe, but I don't know. Moloch is not trying to let that happen. Alright. Who do I chuck in? Ayari? I might just need to go, but I ain't even... It might be time to open some boxes or something, bro. Because one way or the other, I need to make progress in the dungeon, bro. Especially having stepped into Gold League this week and seeing what the comp there is like and seeing the type of titans we're facing. Boy, getting stopped in the dungeon is not really an option, bro. There goes Hyperion. It's tough, bro. So this is one of the reasons why I was like, I'm hesitant to come on live stream. Yeah, exactly. This is one of the reasons why I was like, I'm hesitant to come on live stream and get in the dungeon, because that might work. Let's give that a try, because I'm having problems. But at the same time, it kind of made me think, you know what? Sometimes what man need to see is what happens when you have problems, bro. How do you overcome these problems? How do you get around these problems? Especially when you're in a position that, like the one I'm in now, where I don't have no gems, bro, and I don't have no potions. I don't have no money, I don't have no resources. The only thing I got is the spheres. And bro's just killing my Sigurd on repeat. So I've got options for this because it's tough. I need now. I have to step out of this with some healing on Angus. It's not really an option. What I'm gonna do is I got 55. Let me pop 5 and see what they got for me. I'm gonna pop 5 over here. See what I can get in the merchant. 250. I'm gonna change that in for some potions. I'm still a little bit short. 4990. That's tough. Let me go over here, bro. See what's going on. 271. Ah, hell with it. Let me pop 11, bro. See if that gives me some dust. Alright, I'm just gonna pump Regal's crown because I have no other alternative ways to try and keep Regal alive. Cause if I can keep Regal alive, I can get through it still. Mostly there's not really big DPS targets at the back. It's mostly Angus that's killing me at the front still. And I guess if I'm doing that, let me see if I can keep him alive and chuck Tidus in right quick. Yeah, because Ayari's taking long with the healing, bro. Alright, I'm going to stop that right now. Wow. That was close. So I think I need to actually just fight that a little bit more manual, because it looks like we're actually quite close. So instead of running them on auto, let me just fight a little bit more manual. Wait for the shock. Alright, smack these bros. The next one, I just need to save Moloch. I just need to save Moloch. That's all I need is the ult from Moloch. Cause once anger starts that, stop that, bro. Relax yourself, man. Chill. Everyone still dies, man. It's a timing thing. You know what though? Let me check that right quick. I did not check that. Let me check. Yeah, see, I've got enough to power up Moloch a little bit. So I'm going to chuck that on Moloch and see if he can help me out a little bit. The quicker these guys go down, the more likelihood my guys have of standing up, and we just need to work through Angus right there. Yep, Regal's dead. Oh, Regal's still alive. Moloch's dead. And I've got Titus in there too. Oh, it's tough, man, it's tough. Alright, let's go for Sigurd still. We should definitely kill Regal a bit faster, although he's a little bit more susceptible to Angus. Stop that, bro. Okay, this might do. This might actually may. Right, keep them two chill for a minute, Regal. Moloch. See, this is terrible result though, bro. It's really bad. It's good for Angus, but it's really bad for the other two. So let's take Moloch out and try chucking Regal in and see if we get the result that we actually need. If I wasn't in such a situation with Angus having this low health, I'd just power through the room. I could literally slap this with my 5 water. If Angus wasn't so low, I could slap this with my 5E. Nice and easy. But this is the problem when I don't bring Moloch. So it's like cycling through all of these options, trying to find what is the best option that's actually gonna allow me to get the result that I need. Somewhere in all of these titans, I'm gonna find a solution, believe you me. And this, yep, that's exactly it, bro. It's a test of endurance, but this might actually, ooh, that was a bad decision to just let Araji ult right there. Can we keep Regal alive? Go on, Titus, keep Regal alive, bro. Keep Regal alive. Okay, we got an ult here from Ayari. This might be it, you know. I believe this is it. I'ma live with this. I'ma take this and I'ma walk with it, bro. Cause look at Angus's health. I can heal Araji somewhere else at another time. I can heal Regal somewhere else, but I've completed my objective. No one died. No one's out. And we're still running, bro. So that's what it's about in the dungeon now. Now I come to another conundrum because Angus is healed, but I need to get healing on Ayari now. Ayari's quite straightforward to heal because like I can just do this most of the time. And that's gonna heal my Ayari. And for the purposes of today, I'm just gonna accept that and move on. I will heal Regal in another room. But a lot of people don't have the endurance for the fight that I just did. But the fight that I just did is literally the difference between you getting stuck at 72, you getting stuck at 80, and you being able to do 500 or 600 Titanite. You being able to crank 5,000, 10k Titanite, like. Alright, so we need something on. Starting with Regal can be dangerous, but I do need to heal him. I'm gonna chuck Sigurd behind. There's no need for me to bring Nova. Alright, let's try it. I'm gonna start with it on auto and see how it goes. All we need to do is get that Angus down and make sure we don't get too many stuns from Verdok, and we should be alright. Fortunately, there's no Nova in the back, And if we only get stunned from Verdok once should be enough. But it's when you start getting stunned from Verdok and he starts summoning summoners on repeat, that's when Verdok just gets really hard to deal with. That BS, bro. That's silver, you know. That is actually silver. That is actually silver. Let me bring, I do need to. So if I drop Sigurd, it's risky. But let's see how it goes, cause Ayari's charged. Why is that? Wow. I thought Ayari was actually fully charged. It doesn't look like she is. That sucks. We'll leave Regal for now. We'll get him another day. Yeah, that should be alright. See, there we go. Double from, yep. And if we get one more ult out from Moloch right quick, that should knock Verdok out. Can we get him before he does the summoner? That's beautiful. One more ult from Araji should be his last one. If we can get that from Ayari right there. Keep Sigurd alive. Let's see. Yeah, go on then, Moloch, go on. Oh, these lot are really trying to go after my Sigurd still. And look at what they've done to my Moloch, man. And this is why Regal would have been great if I had Regal charged. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Silver's really getting on my nerves. So if I take out Tidus and I put in Nova, I should be able to control the threat from Silver still. I'm gonna let the first ult from Nova out. Let Moloch go crazy. We need to get this Angus down right quick and get to the point where we can knock Verdok out. Now I just need to time that ult from Silver. Feel like Verdok kind of wants to. Yeah, see? Got me before he even got to ult. Who did I change? Sigurd. But I can't. Maybe I should heal Regal. But I'm gonna need one of these guys to heal Regal, which is why. Give thanks, my brother. Actually, I've got 2 new songs that I need to release at the moment, but I've finished the music for both of them, but I need to work on videos. Alright, turn this on auto, run this through and see how we do. We got Angus down. That was a bad idea, because he's gonna get knocked out of that, but at least we got good purchase if we can get the ult from. Damn. I wonder if I auto that, if the ult will just trigger a little bit quicker and allow me to keep Sigurd alive. Let's see. Cause sometimes you need to test different strategies to see what's gonna give you the success. Cause currently these men are trying to kill my Sigurd. And you see what I mean? Just the auto managed to get Ayari's ult off in a little bit quicker timing. Why for that, bro? Man came in here to heal her, actually. Not for him to die, bro. Nah, it's not really great. The only great thing about it is I've got 5 water, so I can kind of send 5 water at anything. and it'll be alright. Sigurd will come right back, he'll heal up real good. Just like that, bro. Auto. And Sigurd comes right back. So that's why certain times, the more you start to get deeper in the dungeon, you get a better idea of what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. The fight with Angus, I knew for a fact I would not be able to get away with leaving that fight with Angus in the condition he was in, bro. It would have cost me a lot. Right, when you're knocking Eden out, you just need to make sure he brings that rock above his waistline. If Eden doesn't bring the rock above his waistline and you knock him out, as soon as he gets back, as soon as he wakes up, he's going to bring that rock again. So when you're fighting Eden, you need to make sure you knock him out when the rock is above his waistline. This one's a little bit tricky. Let me get Nova. I still need to do some healing on these guys. It's still risky for Regal, so I'm gonna let him chill. Yeah, bro, you kind of need to learn how to manual fight, and there's lots of little things in it. That was a bad move, because now Eden can potentially come and hit me, especially if I don't get... Yeah, okay, I've got him down in time. It should be alright. Can you see how I've hit him so early? Watch when he gets back up now. He's going to go right again. This should be better timing. So just to demonstrate what I was talking about, that's exactly what I mean. You hit him too early, he's going to jump right back up and start to get ready for the ult immediately. In this situation, it was okay because I got 2 stunners with me. So where I got 2 stunners with me, I hit him first with Moloch, and then when he came with it again, I neutralized it with Nova. And that's why it annoys me that Regal is so weak, because if you can keep Regal alive, then you get into this pattern where it's like Regal stuns, Moloch stuns, Nova stuns, Regal stuns, Moloch stuns, Nova stuns, and for healing it's super effective, because when you get them into that rhythm, then your opponent can't attack, they just spend the whole match stunned, and you just heal everyone you need to heal in the way that you need to heal them. But this is for me how I dive so deep in the dungeon, because my 5 water team, I do not need to fight. A lot of the times with a lot of these rooms, if I've got everybody healed, like I look and everyone's mostly okay, then I can just use my 5 water team and slap teams in here. But I'm gonna go with this lineup right here and see if I can get the health right back up on Regal, because he needs to have a decent amount of health if I'm gonna use him in a room at the beginning. So to get some health on him, hold up, take that off of auto right quick, do my own autos and just wait. That's what I'm waiting for. Araji's another one. If you counter him too quick, he will wake up immediately with the fire in his mouth. Like a little bit of fire, a touch of fire needs to come out of his mouth before you stop him. Otherwise, he's just gonna wake up and spit a brand new ult at you. So you got Araji's another one that you gotta learn to counter. Why is my mic doing this, man? There we go. Okay, so right now I just need to keep Sigurd alive, because everyone else is looking good still. And that's a problem, because Sigurd's just gone down. Who can I bring? If I bring Titus, that should be fine, I guess. My top 5 favorite heroes. I think right now At this very moment today, based on my new account, I would have to say Moshi is one of my top 5 because I've built her on both accounts. Right now, Iris is definitely one of my top 5. So that's Moshi, Iris, Jew, Polaris, and just to throw a curveball, I'll probably say Mojo. And I would use them all together in a team. Moshi, Iris, Jew, Mojo, especially new Iris with the relic 100%. But those are heroes that I like. There are probably other heroes, but I haven't used some of those heroes. I haven't built some of those heroes. Like I've never built a JJI. I've never built a Chaos team. But I've built Moshi on 2 accounts. I've built Mojo on 2 accounts. I've built Jew on 2 accounts. This is my first time building Iris with the relic. And she needs more health. But I really like what I'm seeing with Iris and the relic. And Polaris is just amazing once you get her up to a decent level. Polaris needs a lot more health. But if Polaris stays alive in the fight, your opponent is in big trouble, bro. So if you've been with me for a minute, you kind of see how the dungeon is moving. This is difficult, but I'm gonna try it because now that I look and everyone is okay and I've been through all of the struggles and I'm kind of back on the level playing, I'll just use my 5 water in the mixed rooms, bro. Especially like if I hit, I'll try it. Sometimes I'll try it, my whole 5 water will die and I'll be like, okay, I'll just get my 5 earth and clear it. But it's just like specific situations, like needing to heal someone, you need to do a lot of restarting just to get through it, just to get over the hump. Sometimes you just need a little upgrade on someone just to get over the hump so you can keep on running, you know what I mean? Because now when they throw me water rooms, I can just run, and then when I get an option, I'm always going earth room. And basically I hit auto, I start it, Angus ults, I turn auto off, I turn ×2 on, I turn ×2 off, fight over. So earth rooms, they're almost as quick as autoing, and it's just very simple. Get in the room, turn auto on, turns ×2 on, turn it back off. Because you don't want Angus to ult twice. And I'll show you in the next earth room, I'll get like how it goes. I'm just gonna skip over that. See, just looking at that earth room, this is what's gonna happen. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. I'm gonna keep it. I thought they would have killed my 5 water team. A lot of times Angus and Verdok together, Verdok will get you in this cycle where he just stuns you and stuns you and stuns you. Verdok is super annoying, bro. So we could take a little bit of health on Angus. It's not a great room for it. It's not a great room for it, but let's see. Let's chuck Regal out there. We'll chuck Tidus in, and we're gonna need Moloch because Araji's at the front, Eden's at the front. You bring Noah, you bring Nova. You're not gonna reach them. I might need to. Yep, charge Angus is 100% a beast, bro. So yeah, I might need to bring my Araji. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to bring my Araji. But what you can also do with a room like this is, if it's gonna give you trouble, just go over to the easier room. It's an earth room. Blast through it and continue about your day. Because at this level of health, I can do 10-20 floors before I actually need to heal Angus. Most floors he barely gets scratched. So I'll show you what the results are. That's actually decent. You see how close Araji is to charge. Decent health from Moloch. I'm going to accept that, but I don't normally fight fire rooms because charge Araji is a problem. You start the fight and you've got Araji breathing fire directly into your face. Charged Araji equals big problems for you, bro. If you would like me to, in fact, you know what? Let's just, yeah, okay. I'll run this on auto. Just so you can see what's going on with the 5 water team, but they're strong enough. How auto fight goes is basically, if one of your champions dies when you're auto fighting, you need to upgrade that champion, and you upgrade them enough so that you can survive the auto fight. So if your 5 water team isn't strong enough, there may be that one champion. Okay. Let's get Nova in here and let's see what's going on. There may be that one champion that dies. And especially in a water room with Tidus now, you just gotta upgrade that one champion a little bit so you can auto and they can stay alive, or even better, that was a mistake. I'm talking too much and I'm not paying attention in the dungeon, man. Not paying attention in the dungeon, man. Alright. Because what I really need to watch out for is just that guy called Eden. And the Raji, apparently. If I don't hit quick enough. So I've got 2 problems. And I'm gonna think this might remedy all these problems, you know. That's the remedy for my problems still. For you it might be 5E, for me it's 5 water. Because Angus really will be alright, but I don't want to run him down too long. I do want to get a decent room to heal him in. As you can see, Avalon is starting to feel the pressure as well, which is not that good. See, this is a good room to heal him in. Because once we get that Moloch down, we should be alright. Fling Tidus in there. And we'll just control that silver around at the back with Nova. Yeah, we can run auto for a little bit, at least until the next ult from Angus. Because after the second ult, we don't really want Angus to ult again. And he gets knocked out by Silver. And they go ahead and kill Regal. And that's what I mean when I say Regal's annoying, bro. Regal's getting annoying, bro. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Araji. Because Araji's annoying too. And there's not Hyperion. Hyperion ain't around to actually try to kill the G. Now if we can put a stun on Nova and get Nova out the way, yeah, big problems for you, man. So I'm not going to use another ult from Araji for the rest of the fight because he's too dangerous. I'm not going to use another ult from Angus for the rest of the fight because he's too dangerous. I'm just going to keep them charged. I'm going to keep Ayari for the next fight. I'm going to keep it just like that. So that means the next fight I step into with any of those champs, any of those titans, everyone's ready to go right away. And this is how we running in the dungeon. What is my floor? I'm on 4316. That means I got 100 more to run up on my GBTB. BTB, my G. Car, I'm on. Yo! Calm and collectively making my way up the dungeon leaderboard. BTB, I am on the way, bro. Let's just go have a look still. Dungeon, my ranking 11. So Nehemiah was above me for a minute. BTB said I can't catch him, you know. And I like to hear it still. I like to hear it. Walk 'em down, walk 'em down, And Sprite came out of nowhere the other day. It must have been Sprite and come and jumped. It had to, yeah, it was Sprite. He came and he was like 12 or something, and he came and jumped Nehemiah, jumped me, jumped BTB, and just sat down in 9. But as you see, BTB's on the movement. Big up man like Ghost Recon, who's in number 13. And then man like Fredza, who's in number 17. And then man like Janda, who's in number 21. And Frosty Dog is round here somewhere. Yup, Frosty Dog is at 41. And I believe that is it for the Galliwasp Generals, but there's one of them. Let's count them up, let's count them up, let's count them up. 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them up in the top 50 of the Titanite. And this is how I get to floor 4,316. It's just by persevering and having defined goals and objectives. So let me have a look at this. Everyone looks real right. Okay, I do have to put some allowance in for Hyperion round there at the back. And it's a shame that I need to heal Avalon, but you know what I just might do, because I like it like that. Let's bring Verdok out, bro. Cause Verdok can get duppy like that. He's got it in him, he's got the demon in him. Hold on though, don't move too fast. Cause we can't have Hyperion will kill both of these men with one ult still. Just one. Avalon and Verdok will disappear, bro. It is not a joke. Do not play with Hyperion's thing. When you see him start wintering up like it's winter time, slap him in his face, bro. Do not have it, you get me? That's man you're fighting against Hyperion. Save your Nova ult, bro. Save your Nova ult, trust me. Hyperion will wreck your team. It's not a joke. If you don't control him with that Nova, he's gonna lock your team down, bro. Trust me. Oh man. Who is that? Nova? Their Nova slapped me over. See, I'd like to put Angus at the front, but he would just take too much damage. Watch, I'll show you. And they're gonna put Angus underneath pressure. I don't even know if it's worth it to heal these lot. Yeah, see, dead. Alright, get him out the way. Get Verdok out the way. That wasn't working. Get that in, and that's all of them. Let's give that a little whirl and see what I want. If we can get some of these, that might have been a mistake. Let's see how it plays out though. Because that's their Nova at the back. No, I just gotta watch that still. Yeah, that's a problem, but we're just gonna have to live with it. But fortunately, stop that. Where they've put Ayari under, where they've Moloch knocked Nova out clean, bro. Alright, I'm gonna leave these lot alone and stop playing with them, because I ain't playing with them. 5 water is gonna just slap you man away. That's the answer to my problems, bro. Cause sometimes you've got to find the right rooms to do the right stuff in. Like, this room is ripe. It's asking for it. Let me get them out. Let me get them out, bro. Let me pull out. I'm gonna pull out, bro. Pull up. Show you what the 5e do, bro. This one's called 2 ults from Angus. Wait for the second ult. Yep, that's gone. Turn off the auto. Ooh, they didn't even let him finish fully charging. And if the room looks like it might kill my, you know what I mean, then I just do that. Okay, let me get back to this. I could bring both of them. Why not? Why not? Take both of them and see. Let's get that out. Get that out. Get a little closer. Get a little closer. I ain't even bring Nova. Stop that. We're not having that, bro. I ain't doing all that. Might just have to take that still. Ooh, we got him. Nice. That's lovely. I didn't think we'd get Eden all the way around there in the back. Right, we'll take that bite. And that is decent. We'll take it. So that's 1k Titanite for today, but it doesn't tell the true story because, to be honest, me and Pharaoh thought we had lost the Galliwasp Void for a minute. So I was on the game the other day. I looked on server chat. There's a guy in German and he's whiling saying, yo, why won't none of the man them from the big guilds come and help me? I've lost all my players. I've only got 15 left or whatever. I'm trying to protect the 15. One of you man come help, bro. And I was like, alright, hold on. Let me just put Thunder as GM. Let me jump over into the guild so we can talk and it's not on server chat. Man makes me GM. Alright, cool. I'm GM. I'm worried because I've got to fight War the next day in my main account. And now Avalon is about to die. So I'm waiting. I asked one of the guys if they can come over and hold the GM position. Pharaoh went to bed. Groot was moving weird. Groot ain't even in their team no more. And then who used to be called Pai jumped in, and there was like an hour before war. And I was like, you know what? Alright, Pai's on Discord. Let me just make Pai the GM because I've got to get back into Galliwasp gaming. It's our first week in Gold League. So I did that. I did take 50 presents. It is true, it's not a rumor. I did that. That's how I'm diving in the dungeon. I was at a tight point, and then 50 gifts. It was open and I was opening spheres looking for power. That made me realize, hold on my G. Electric company, I need power. Let me see, I've done this earlier. I wonder, I've got a little couple of, nah, I was gonna see if I could just throw Avalon in with the 5e component, but let me go with these lot and see what we can do. It's a whole lot of healing. Maybe I should put Regal in. Yeah, in the end we ended up with the Galliwasp Void. Pharaoh is now the GM and we are building. So if you're on 1164 and you're in a guild that's not really saying much, you are welcome to join us over at the Galliwasp Void with man like Oblivion Pharaoh the GM. Yeah, there's too much too much need for healing going on right now. Like, look at how hard Sigurd's fighting to stay alive, and other people are still like, oh, they killed my Sigurd. No way, we can't accept that. So let's go with Regal. That was what I was thinking. Either that or maybe get Tidus in there. Yeah, Yari's taking a long time to ult, but this is almost like, it's like breaking point for Avalon right now. Because if Avalon does not get some health, he is going to break. He's 100% gonna break. And as you can see, Silver's ult is destroying him. And he keeps on stealing the heal because of it. Maybe... Like, Silver's just destroying the thing, bro. I'm gonna have to bring Nova instead of Araji just to counter that threat of Silver. So yeah, hour into the stream, an hour and 16, still diving in the dungeon. I can take a look while I'm on stream. Oh gosh, they killed man like Regal again. They killed man like Regal again. Well, I guess it was ambitious to think we'd beat Enthusiasmus in our first week in gold, but 0 out of 40 makes me feel really good to know everyone got out and everyone got their attacks in. Yeah, Enthusiasmus, these man done a good job. Still, it's our first time against them, our first week in Gold League. They have been up here for quite a while still. It is all good. So, let me look. 280 in the merchant, not much. I'll take what I can get though. I still need a bit more. I won't get any dust. Regal's still weak. I would like to upgrade Tidus, but Tidus, like, you can't, if you're gonna be diving deep in the dungeon, you need to give players what they need. You can't give to players that you want. It's about what players need. I don't think Angus is really helping that much, so I'm gonna bring a Raji instead because I want to get that Moloch down ASAP. Sooner I get that Moloch down, the better. So I'm hoping Araji is gonna do that for me. Okay, so we've got Moloch down and we should be alright. The most thing we really need to do right now is just control Silver. Stop that. I'm gonna let Araji take one more ult, so this can go a little bit quicker. And we're just gonna basically wait for Silver to ult so we can stop her, cause she's... One more ult then, go on Araji, one more ult my guy, one more ult while we wait. Nope, we're not having any of that. None of that, Silver, we're not doing none of that. I'm tempted to give Araji another ult, you know, but I'm gonna wait. Still, I'm gonna wait. Alright, go on, let's see if we can put the heal on Regal right quick. Don't let him ult. Yeah, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. ADT Jesus, big up my brother. Big up yourself, man. Or is it Jesus? Man like Jesus. Alright, so let's see. Who do we need to heal? Araji's good. We definitely need to get some on Angus. And we definitely need to put some on Moloch. We can get Avalon out of here. We can get Avalon out of here. Why do we need Nova? Let's do this. Let's do this, bro. Let's do this and see what this does. Oh, the fire summoner Asherona needs a little bit of health too still. And I know that summoner is gonna turn up for Moloch and it's gonna turn up for Araji. And once Moloch gets over there, he will get to controlling that ult from Silver. Okay, no more ults from Araji, please. We'll take the ults from the summoner all day. Stop that, please, Moloch. Take the ults from the summoner. If we get, I think that would be the last one from Ayari. Yeah, that will do. That will do. My bro, Jesus, I think you might need to, if you have questions, my bro, you need to head to Google Translate the questions and drop them in the chat box, because I'm on a live stream playing in the dungeon, and unless one of the G's is around to translate it for me, it's a little bit peak for me still, bro. Cause my Spanish needs whole heap of improvement, and I don't even know in a video where the Titans yeah, that's peak for me right now, bro. That's actually peak for me, because my brain, with all the things I'm doing right now, can't really comprehend what my G is asking still. I know Pregunta is a question. El que te salgan tantos equipos, elementos, what's that, relevant equipment to build Titans? I don't even know. Let me, hold on. Let me see if I can do my own murder right quick. Where am I at now? Over here. Can I? Nope. So copy that over here. Let me look. Get the translator up. Enter the text. It would be interesting if you made a video about which Titans to work on and which not to for the dungeon or for Guild Wars for small players. So I'll just show you my Titan roster, and basically Sigurd is super important, not so important since Tidus came in, especially if you've got Hyperion, but Sigurd is still super important. Angus is super important. Basically all the tanks are important. Moloch a little less so, because in the fire team the thing is solo Araji. Solo Araji is a thing. It's not a thing I've ever done, but I've heard about solo Araji, which is why Moloch is less important. But I still like to build him, because normally once one member of your team falls apart, your entire team falls apart. You know what I mean? So it's about Sigurd, Ayari, Angus. I like Regal because he doesn't steal the heal. Brewstar is gonna steal your heal. Regal is gonna heal at the same time because the Beacon of Light is applied to allied titans and the ally with the lowest health. So if I've got Sigurd, Angus, if I've got a heal Moloch or I've got a heal Angus, Regal goes in front of them and he doesn't steal the heal, he heals at the same time. So for dungeon, Sigurd, Angus, Moloch, really important. Tidus important, Araji important. The rest of them you can kind of run in the dungeon without them. Where Wars is at right now, 5E is the most effective team right now for Wars still. Let me see what's going on. Big up my guy Ghost Fernando in the chat helping me. I know this is the reason you get so many mixed element teams due to the program, or does it depend on the strongest elemental team you have? I think mixed rooms are random still. Mixed rooms are totally random. I don't think the only thing that depends on the strongest team you have is like where water is my strongest team. They'll throw me a lot of water rooms and I like it because my water team blows through water rooms. Whatever your strongest team is, that is where you're gonna get the most rooms. That's why a lot of the times it's advisable to have a strong water team. It was advisable in the old meta to have a strong water team because the water team is the healing team. Yeah, definitely join the Galliwasp Discord and then we can help you a lot more with stuff over there. Good advice from my guy Fernando, letting you know how the thing goes. So yeah, the water team, as you see with me, I just blow through teams with my water team, and it's mostly about Araji and the tanks, to be fair. Regal helps a lot, Tidus helps a lot. 5 Earth is the strongest attacking team, and I believe it will be until we get light or dark summoners. But all teams have counters, so I'll show you the early giant just before this closes up. First fight of the day, I saw a 5 Earth team, and my strongest is 5 water. So I got straight to it. And I decimated them. And I didn't lose a single Titan. But then, if you look here in our trainings, in our battle results, you see 47k 5 Earth 10-0 against a mixed team. 47k 10-0 against my 5 water. 3-7 against Fred's 5 water. But where you see mine is like level 90 at the top, 65, 65, 70. You see Fred's is like 81, 90, 90, 91, 90. So that's why for the 3-7. And if we look into it, you'll see sometimes they get through, sometimes they don't. And this is why a lot of the times training helps. Let me just keep going. Let's see, this is Cambot having fun, but then you see here Thunderer Emperor 10-0 with the 5 Earth against Kalina's mixed team, 160k. Thunderer Emperor 46k 5 water, loses against the mixed team, but his Sigurd still needs a lot of improvement. 55k 5 Earth 10-0 against 68k Fredza takes out BTB's 5 fire, 10-0 with 5 earth, mostly because of attacking advantage, I imagine. But there's absolutely, let's look. Is there, yeah, I guess, but there's no Eden on the, okay, so that's good actually. That's actually good. There's RNG on his fire team on defense, so he'll get wins with that according to what I'm learning from Queen. Wash out water against fire, which is a bit strange, I guess, but yeah, BTB's, let's have a look. Let's go on defense. Let's see what BTB's fire team is up. Oh, it's still here. Let's put my fire team up against it. Run it 10 times and see what happens. Wow. That's a strong fire team, bro. But no RNG against my water team, though. Interesting. I have to do a whole other video to go through that, but yeah, just so you can see some of the trainings in terms of the kind of teams that you can use, the kind of results that we're getting in training, the kind of trainings that we're throwing up, the kind of attacking titans, and a lot of these teams are war teams. So before we fight in the war, we'll go and train just to make sure that we can ensure the results. And then it's also good to train against different players' teams so we kind of know where to build, where to, like, what players you need to improve, who the player that's gonna, there's always gonna be, like, I'll just go, just for context right quick, back to one of these trainings, go to the battle results. Where was the one with RNG? It was against the fire team, Fred's earth team. So let's just watch some of these. Let's watch the one where Avalon's alive. BTV's got the crazy skin on Moloch and everything. And I think it might be the crazy Angus. Yep, from Angus goes down. So just from improving Angus, Fredza can beat this team, and I can show you the problem immediately, bro. Yeah, Angus is only 10 levels above the rest of the mandem. If Angus was like 20 levels above the rest of the mandem, the whole team would hold together. But let's go back to that fight right quick, because it says Fredza actually wins the fight. So that maybe might be because of the strong Eden, I guess. Yep, Eden pulled a Raji, and that's where the RNG is coming from. Eden is dangerous like that, but you see how much damage he's getting from that silver as well. And that's the same thing that was like reaching me in the dungeon. Silver was slapping up my guys, so I had to like get Nova to make sure that wasn't happening. Let me take a quick look at one of these right quick, and then I'm gonna take a quick look at mine, and then I'll get back in the dungeon. Yeah, see, my Sigurd needs work, and the dungeon's been telling me that too. And that's not even my Sigurd, that's Fred's Sigurd, and you can see here his Sigurd is on a level 90, 91, 90, 90, 81. That Sigurd should be 10 or 20 levels above the rest of the Titans still. Let me roll up to my one and see what's going on in the first one. Someone else who isn't Sigurd, I reckon, should die first. Nope, Sigurd goes down first. Does that happen every time? Let's just check another one right quick. Because he ults, he gets a little blast from Hyperion, and then he goes down. Yeah, the dungeon has been telling me the same thing. My Sigurd has been going down in the dungeon as well, but it's getting rather pricey. Like, This is what the cost to up my Sigurd is. It's 9,590 just for one level on Sigurd. That's a lot of dungeon grinding. And then when you look over here, 1,880 dust, 1.3 mil to upgrade the seal. 3,000 dust, 2.3 mil to upgrade the weapon. It's peak out here, bro. It's peak out here. Alright, so what's really going on? We just did the 5 fire. Well, 3 fire. Got some health back on Asherona. Asherona can go and sit down. I'm gonna keep Moloch around. See if we can get a little bit more on Angus, but I'm gonna need to move Titus and make sure I can counter Hyperion, or Hyperion is going to kill my Araji with no remorse either. So I'm gonna get that off. Wow, why for that, bro? Why for that? Brrr, man's killed my Regal. Let's do this one then. Let's do this one. I've seen it work today. I want to see it work again still. I just need to make sure I keep auto fight on. Okay, yeah, let me actually do that. Let me do that. Let me just make sure not auto fight, but actually stop Hyperion from like damaging my team. I just need to watch Nova's ult a little bit. Alright, Nova's getting charged. I take off auto, make sure Sigurd get his shields up. Now we watch and wait. There we go, there he is. Got him. And a lot of the times, that'll just be the big solution to your problem. Just make sure Hyperion don't hit you with the ult. Just make sure Eden don't hit you with the ult. Just make sure, get him, bro. Just make sure you don't get hit with the ult. Because that big ult is going to come true and it's going to slap up your team. Sigurd is having problems surviving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat. I'm going to go again. And I'm not going to save Araji's ult so much. I'm going to let, not Araji, Angus. I'm going to let Angus get a second ult out. Maybe a third. We'll see how it goes. Right, stop that. From you see that frost coming up, you just got to make sure you stop Hyperion. That's all you really got to do. And we're going to let Angus get another ult. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. Oh. Stop that. Okay, let's get Sigurd back popping. I'm gonna get to that in 1 second, Ghost. Give me a sec, bro. So it actually does work. That was me healing Angus with the 5 fire team. I'm gonna run a water room and just get Sigurd back on form. These lot are looking okay. Let me see. Eden's at the front, so if we catch him, nope. Let's see if that's detrimental or not. I might need to restart the stage, depending on if Eden gives me problems. Yeah, gonna have to restart the stage. I knew it still. Alright, let me go take a look. Special request from my guy Ghost. Let's check the battle victories. And he's 10-0 against BTB's fire team. And his Angus goes down every time. Let's have a look at the report. But the silver is dealing serious damage. And the Eden, I suspect, he's probably gripping that Araji. And the problem is, that is the problem. Wow, man took the Moloch, you know. But that is BTB's problem. Let me skip this and look right quick. Yeah, see, BTB's Moloch is 110, He's got a 70 Ignis, a 70 Vulcan, 110 on the Araji BTB, bro. You need to 120 that Moloch, bro. And when you 120 that Moloch, what you need to do is you need to go over to the seal and you need to get your seal up. That seal needs to be somewhere around 80 or 90, maybe 100, even better. You probably need to 5-star your 4 or 5-star your crown. And if you do those two things, you're gonna stop getting killed by 5 earth teams, bro. You can see it right here in the training. I mean, we can go through them and watch. Hold on. So we've had a look at the first one. Let's see the third one right quick. And you see how quick Moloch's going down. So the seal and the crown are what is going to keep Moloch up. And if you keep Moloch up, what he's going to do is he's going to blaze through that team, bro. In every fight, Moloch is losing health way too quickly. That Moloch needs to be 110, bro. Every fight, bro, every fight. A man's 10 million your thing and asking me to show it on YouTube, and I'm here showing it on YouTube, like, but it's part of the game, bro. Everything has counters, and these 5 Earth man are dealing with it seriously. But when I tell you 5 Earth is the best attacking team right now, until the light and dark summoners arrive, it's no word of a lie, bro. It is no word of a lie. One of the best investments you can make in terms of a Titan team is your 5 Earth team. I can't afford to have Eden take my Moloch like that, because I've been saving Moloch's ult especially to knock Eden out. So what I'm gonna do this time, as soon as we get Angus down, I'm gonna slap this boy and make him know himself, you get me? And let him know we ain't really trying to do all of that. Let Ignis go, and that'll do. And this is how man be diving in the dungeon, bro. So I need to put a little on Moloch. I haven't tried this yet, but let's give it a try, car. I'm actually getting vibes from healing man with my 5 water, just with Sigurd and Tidus. And you know what? Let me go over here, get Myri out and get Hyperion in as well, because Hyperion will definitely help to heal. So race ahead a little bit until we get closer to Nova's ult. Okay, that's well timed. See if we get a little bit right. So same thing with Angus. If you knock Angus out before he actually starts putting out any of his little green thing, he's coming right back, bro. And when he comes back, trust me, bro. So with all of these Titans, you've got to know the little tips and tricks, when to actually hit them, when to knock them out. Cause if you don't do, this whole game is about timing. That's gonna bring Araji right back, bro. But when he comes right back, oh, that was actually decent timing. And as you see, that's a decent heal on my Moloch in a mixed room with my 5 water team. With my 5 water team, no Ayari involved. And I'm currently around 270k a floor. So every 4 floors, I'll get a meal, bro. Sweetness. Absolutely sweetness. So if I need to run up, like, we'll take a look. We'll take a quick look. Wow. Angus didn't even finish charging. Was that my mistake? Or maybe it was the other guys in the back ulting. And now I need to heal Angus again. I still need to, like, to be honest, where I'm at in the dungeon is probably further than I should be with my Titans, but where I know how to manual fight. So if you guys saw when I started this stream, I was just around 3 or 4 million. Now you can see here at the top, I'm up to 7 million in the time that I've been on this stream in 1 hour and 45 minutes. Just diving in the dungeon. And if you wanna, like, once you start to understand how it works, you can begin to replicate some of this stuff for yourself just by beginning to understand the dungeon dynamics a little bit better, beginning to understand manual fighting a little bit better, beginning to learn when the champs ult, some of the things you need to look for, just like sometimes even just learning how to save your ults can make all the difference. Just learning how to stop Hyperion doing his ult, how to stop Eden doing his ult can like make all the difference. Oh, they got my Sigurd. I was using a Raji to kill, but I actually need to heal. Angus. I've put in Regal. Let me put in Titus. Wait for it. Wow, we got knocked out by Moloch. What? Because he wasn't on. That can't work. Is it? What? Is it? Let's see. Put it on auto, go fast forward, see what happens. Nova ults. And we still get slapped by Moloch. Alright, let's see if I can spam the button and get him to do it. Or is it just like bad timing? Put it on auto, fast forward. Take it off auto. Take it off ×2. Yeah, we can get it in time. Beautiful. Stop that. Go on, Angus, go on. Move out some of that water there in front of you. Keep some more alive, bro. Stop that Hyperion. We ain't doing none of that, bro. It's not great healing on Angus still, but I'm getting to the point where I really need to upgrade my Sigurd. And I really need to upgrade my Ayari, because from early I was building them before the arrival of Titus, so I had to build Ayari really tough. I had to build Ayari really tough, and I had to build Sigurd really tough before the arrival of Titus. And I'm only like now getting to the point where the dungeon is catching up to those builds and I'm needing to upgrade them. Like, you see what's happening to my Angus in the Earth Room. I need to put some levels on him. I need to put some levels on him. I need to spend some dust. I need to do something to keep Angus in the game. 5 water, I can keep running with Sigurd for a little while longer. I will be okay. With the 5 water, but you see what's happening. Moloch's not looking too bad, because I've recently observed that I really need to do some upgrades on Moloch. This should work. But we really need a significant heal on Angus, and I'm gonna need some upgrades on him, whether Titanite. Hold on, let Angus go. Yeah. So just make sure you time it and you've got enough charging Nova to knock that Araji out, and make sure you're not eating the full force of his ult like I am right now. When you do, you can like let it burn out. Let Sigurd's shield run before you knock him out. Ain't no hurry. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, bro, it's okay. Alright, back to the 5 water, get some health back on Sigurd. That's one of the things I'm loving about the 5 water. Still need some health on Angus. A lot of guys up front. Let's chuck Moloch in there. Let's see. Nah, she's not charged. If Ayari was fully charged, I'd use Regal, but where she is not, I know for a fact Regal is going to die. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. They knocked Moloch out before he even had a chance. What's going on here? What are my options? Try this one. Maybe Moloch wasn't actually the one. Let me get Moloch back. Let me put in Angus right quick. Really at the back it's just Verdoc, so I can pretty much auto this. Okay, we got Moloch down. Wow, look at what Angus is doing. That's awful, bro. That Angus is really strong now. Man made a Reggie melt, you know. Where was the need to melt a Reggie like that? Last time I put in Moloch, they slapped him from now into next week, bro. Where is Solaris, man? We ain't seen nothing from Solaris all day, bro. 5 water kind of made some of my light and dark titans just get and feel a little bit insignificant, to be perfectly honest. But Solaris is of a good level. Solaris can do bits. That wasn't very smart. And Solaris gets Sigurd killed. So who are we actually trying to heal? But 5 water might not even. I'm not really sure. Let's try this. Let's try it. Let's see what it does. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it all day, bro. That's how I get points in the dungeon. Okay, this will be a good one to do some healing on. Especially we'll get this, this. Not Tidus Nova. That should do. Yep, off to a good start. Right. Moloch is in range, but who else is that? Shut that hole, it's a problem. So I need to save what? Nova's ult for Ayari, for Araji? Nova's ult for Araji, but I guess what? The first one was... There's not even no Ignis round there. What's going on? Let's watch. And pay attention, please, bro. It looks like I don't have time. Yeah, don't look like I have any time. Looks like the mistake that's killing me is making Nova ult at the beginning of the stage. I've got to save Nova's ult. Otherwise I'm in problems. The Reggie's gonna kill my Regal. Cause Ayari's not fully charged at the beginning of the stage. Is that what happens though? What if I don't ult with Nova, then alright, let's just bring Verdoc out then. You see that? Like, if I ult at the beginning, it's a problem. If I don't ult at the beginning, it's a problem. Let's see, where's Myri? Myri's not ready to ult. Let's drop Sigurd on the front then. I've even got Regal in there now. If I'm going with Sigurd on the front, how is Regal helping? Yeah, it does take Nova like a hit to charge. Fortunate. Sigurd's got a shield. Go on then, go on then, go on then. Just go on, brother. This looks like this might be the key for this stage, you know. If we can keep Sigurd alive, that is. If Sigurd dies, oh, we got problems, man. We just need him alive so we can heal him in another room. Yeah, we'll wait. I really wanted to just let Ayari heal right there, but sometimes it's better to wait. Let's see. I want to see, because I know in a water room, decent heal on Sigurd. I'll take it, bro. All right, 5 minutes more and I will have been diving in the dungeon with you guys for 2 hours. I'm eternally optimistic, bro. Eternally optimistic that Regal is gonna survive. I need a lot more skin on Regal still. And that could have been a big mistake, that ult for Nova. I might need that. I might really need that. Who just went down? Sig? No, who just went down? Moloch. That's decent. And now we've got a good heal on Angus. No, brother, you're not doing that. And he's gonna come back and Moloch's gonna be like, no. I told you, bro, just chill. Chill, bro, chill. That's decent. That is a proper heal on both Angus and Moloch. We like that. Now this room looks like a little bit of trouble. But I don't know if it's gonna trouble these, man. But it might do. Yeah, it does. The other day I went to the academy to pump Titanite. That happened to me and I pressed OK. And that was my dungeon for the day. I was flipping gutted, bro. So when that happens to me, there's a thing I like to do and it's called 5 Earth. Jesus, say nothing, my bro. Say nothing. Appreciate it, man. Okay, wait for the second ult. Yeah, there we go. Turn off auto. No. That's wrong. That must have been the third ult. Fast forward first ult. Wait for the second ult. There it goes. Now turn off auto. There we go. That's better. So now we finished the room with Angus fully charged, because we finished the room without Angus fully charged. There's problems, bro. What floor am I on? 4353. What do I need to do? Run faster? Maybe I do need to run faster, because BTB is on movement still. And that ult against Angus may have been a mistake, but he's charging. Let me take it off auto. I don't want to release Araji, and I don't want Moloch to ult too quick, because I need to knock Eden out. And mostly that's what's going on in the dungeon. It's just knowing how to use your titans, how to use your energy. How to use your ults. How to stop other titans from ulting. And once you understand those things, you're kind of good. I did this with Regal recently, and we are, so yeah. Alright, let's go. This team was actually working quite nicely because we've got all 3 stunners in there, and it healed both of them nicely last time. The only problem I can possibly foresee is having to deal with ults from both Araji and Hyperion, because that's early. So, ooh, that was nicely timed. He kind of dodged a bullet there. Because if Hyperion started spitting fire, oh boy, we would have had problems. And we're still in problems, cause see? That's tough. Cause everyone else did okay, but Moloch almost died in there, bro. And there's no point if Moloch almost dies. And we stopped Hyperion's ult both times. Is Tidus a solution? I guess we'll find out. I guess we will find out. And if he's not the solution, maybe we gotta try some other stuff. Ooh, Regal's dead. How did Regal die so quick? Maybe what? Cause Vulcan killed him. Araji. Where Moloch was knocking Vulcan out, I think it was Vulcan's ult. Cause Vulcan's ult can be quite dangerous, especially when you get up to like higher levels. Whoa, that's dangerous. Yeah, we didn't stop Hyperion in time. 1 ult, Araji dead. So we just gotta watch Hyperion. Stop that, bro. And pray that we've got him in a good enough timing to stop Araji at the same time. We didn't. We came up early on Araji. And that Araji ult from me could have been a bad idea, but it's only Regal. That's decent, that's decent, that's decent. This looks like a place that we can potentially heal if we just chuck Sigurd on the front. We get Regal back, but we can, yeah, maybe chuck Moloch in and see if we can get some health on Moloch and Regal at the same time. Let's see, turn it on, put it on auto. And see if we've got timing to stop. Wait. It was early, bro. And I used both of them at the same time. I hit Angus early, bro. Too early. Even after waiting. So what I'm gonna do is hit that. Hold on. Hit that. Hit that. Hit that. And see if we get any time. No time, bro. Wow, that Angus is a demon. We can do this if you guys want. Ouch. That's what happens when you don't counter Hyperion. Or it's 5 water and Angus just went super crazy on them. Let's see. Someone do something about that. Jesus, get out of there, bro. Wow. Wow. Okay, bro. I hear you loud and clear. I hear you, bro. You want me to bring the 5E team out? I get it, bro. Message received. Assignment understood. All of that. There you go, bro. There you go. There it is. There you go. You asked for it. I delivered. There you go. Fresh 5E, bro. So it's getting to that point in the dungeon where it's getting hard to heal. I thought that water room would have been a lick, bro. But just a single solo Angus made healing very, very, very difficult for me. So difficult, I just had to bring 5E out and blast the room. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Alright, run it, run it, run it. Oh, sugar. Not like that. You say it look like the Titans them are dancing, yeah. Okay, let's see. We take it off auto now. We slap Eden. What kind of? Go on then. Go on then. Go on then. Go on. Go on. Bad decision. I don't like it. That second ult from Araji, I did not like it. It was not necessary. There was no need. Was that the first ult from Araji? Nah, man, he would get this one off. There we go. One ult should do. One ult from Araji does that. Wow. So what, I can't ult with Araji this fight? Yeah, it's not charged. And this is why it's nice to start the room with Araji charged. Cause otherwise it's gonna leave me in limbo, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Okay, that's decent. Stop that silver. That's decent, that's decent. Earth room is always the priority whenever I get a decision. There we go. That is why. 1500 Titanite for the day. And you know what? I can tell you something, you know, bro. After today, Ghost is gonna be a problem in the dungeon. I can tell you that right now, bro. I can tell you right now because Ghost has been getting stopped a lot in the dungeon and I keep on asking him, bro, why stop, bro? And I don't know if Ghost exactly knew how to not stop. I don't know if he knew how to get past some of the barriers and the obstacles to his progress. So I feel like after this today, Ghost is gonna be dangerous in the dungeon. All right. Two hours and 10 minutes on the live stream. I just had to take a little snack. See, here he is. He's not, bro. This is exactly what I'm talking about, man. Ghost is gonna. After seeing this, I gotta watch my back in the dungeon now, bro. I have revealed too much. It is all good though. It is all Galliwasp, 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 Galliwasp. Thank you guys for tuning into Galliwasp Gaming. I appreciate you guys if you're still rocking with me. Thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Wait. Sigurd, wait. There we go. And it's good when you can get a Raji and Sigurd to ult at the same time. It kind of gives you more healing, because instead of healing in the face of a bunch of damage, what you're doing is healing behind a shield, which is just gonna give Sigurd a much better ability to actually heal when he's not got a Raji breathing fire in his face, you know what I mean? That is decent. That's proper decent, mate. That is proper decent. Oh, my cup of tea is coming to an end. My cup of tea is over. Big up, man. Appreciate it, bro. When I see so many members of the community interested in dungeons, one of the most live parts of my server is talking about the dungeon. And Henry Fonda has said to me for a while, I need to like go into the dungeon, do some more videos about the dungeon, the manual fighting, the tips and tricks, because I talk about it on the Discord, but a lot of the times talking about it is quite different from actually seeing it. So a lot of the times it's good to like see, because when you see, it's like, okay, that makes sense now, because I see it now. I get it. Go on. I've been using this team quite a bit because I actually quite like it, because it can be really effective. Yeah, that's it, bro. Just diving in the dungeon, you know the vibe, bro. Ouch. Regal dying as usual, bro. I hate to say it, but it is my reality. Regal dying, man. Alright, so if I'm not actually trying to do anything, I reckon the Angus and the Verdoc element might kill my 5 water. Let me just find out. Yep, they killed Hyperion before I just did that. I could play it manual, but if I'm gonna play it manual, you know what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm gonna get 5e. I'm gonna get the gang out, and we just gonna clear that problem up. Cause there's no need for me to spend no bunch of time fighting you, man. I ain't going hand to hand, bro. It's one slappings, you know what I mean? So Avalon needs a heal, and I might just be able to, with this amount of fire, do something like this. And that will sort Avalon out. Lovely. Chuck him in there with the 4 water. I literally only found that tech today still, and it's only gonna work if you've got a good Tidus. If you don't have a good Tidus, healing people in a 4 water team probably won't work for you still. Cause your Tidus needs to be rather blench to heal in the 4 water. What are we doing? You know what? Put 5 water on and blast that, bro. So let me just make sure. Just double check. I don't need to heal anyone in particular. No, everyone looks good. Blast it with the 5 water, bro. And let's keep moving. Yeah, normally I don't let auto run so long, but for these last minutes, what I want to do is, what are we on? 4, 3, 6, 8. Let's see if we can just pick up the pace a little bit now. See if we can get a little bit deeper into the dungeon, a little bit faster. Let's see. Let's have a look at it. Auto is decent, let's just live with it. That's gonna require 5 fire, so we're gonna take the easy fight. take the easy fight and get through that. Four, 3, 6, 6. I'm gonna need a good amount of rooms to get up to 4, 4, but to be honest, at the moment, what I may do tomorrow, I may actually start from room 1 tomorrow, because a lot of the times just getting started and getting like into a run of things can be difficult sometimes if you don't get the right room selection. I had a rocky start this morning, I can't even lie. It took me a minute, quite a few rooms just to even out the rocky start this morning still. Why did I do that? Why did I press that button, bro? Okay, press the right button. And it's nice when you want to get the pace up, when you get the water rooms that you can just auto and skip past. As you can see, I rarely, if ever, auto fire rooms, but let me just take a look. And this is why you see that energy bar, that half charge energy bar on Angus. That's why I manual fight almost every water room I come across. Because I can't be dealing with that, bro. I can't be bothered with it when I've got to start the fight and Sigurd's coming and slapping man in his face and all. No, brother, no, we ain't doing that. See, like, this is what happens when you water the, in fact, hold on, let's just see something. Auto that fire room. Look at Monarch's health, bro. That's what happens when you auto fire rooms, because you're running too quick. It's gonna lead to you having to heal later in the process, but it's all good. We'll just wait for Eden. Okay, seeing as he's gone, we'll wait for Silver. We ain't doing that. And we'll save the ult for the next fight and keep it moving. But Moloch is still looking a little bit disheveled. What is my timestamp? 2:17. So, I have been diving in the dungeon and talking about Titans for 2 hours and 17 minutes now, my G. And it's good to stay focused in the dungeon still. It's good to stay focused. Like, yesterday I was tracking Nehemiah in the dungeon, and I looked and it's like he was online at the same time as me. Like, he saw he was being tracked and was actively trying to avoid the trying to run away from the tracking, bro. And I realized what I needed to do was just not look at the leaderboard and just pick up the pace, bro. Pick up the pace, dig deeper into the dungeon, pick up the pace, bro. I want to check something after a second still, and I want you guys to notice every single one of these rooms I'm getting Titanite, I'm getting shards, I'm getting Titan potions. All Titanite is good for over here we'll look at the circle of summoning. So right now, when I tell man Galliwasp Gaming does 10k a day easy, you see today we've done 11,000 of 7,500. I'll go over to the merchant, I'll trade in Angus and Silverstones, and then I'll trade those back for potions. I spent like all my Titanite, I couldn't even afford to upgrade Regal, and now I've got 7k and I can just keep running until I build up. Between the extra stones from the All-Star Titans, the trading in the merchant, I can just run it up, run that 15, 20k of Titanite, just run it back up, bro. It's calm. This will probably kill my 5 water, but nah, they take it. It's okay. And that was probably a mistake, because I might have needed to heal someone, but When you start running a little bit fast, that's when you start making mistakes, and then you just have to slow down, bro. Slow down. Yeah, considering all I've had is some tea cakes, some little sweets. Yeah, see, I need to heal Moloch. But let's see if we can just put Hyperion in. What happens when we do that? He dies. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Is IRE charged is the next question. IRE is charged. Take off Hyperion. Man. Let's see what it does. No. That was a mistake. We'll have to do that. Let's see. Is there anyone I need to watch around there? It's only really Vulcan. Right, it's going decent. We'll take that. Proper heal on Moloch. And that's basically just to keep running. Once you know how to keep your guys alive and you start to learn how to read what the dungeon is telling you, when you see, some of your champs are going down a little bit easy, they're losing a lot of health, you just need to upgrade them, bump them up a little bit. It's calm. You can just run. Just run. And this for me is the advantage of having my 5 water team, because when you're using your 5 earth, eventually they start chipping your angers down, and then you gotta be using mixed rooms to heal. Whereas for me, I don't really have to use, like, as you see, if my squad's good, they put this up, I'll just run over it with my 5 water. I don't even worry about healing. And if I get a water room, I run over it with my 5 water. Healing isn't a thing, because my Tidus, like the seal on my Tidus is like 75. It's almost as strong as my Sigurd. I literally had to stop leveling Tidus's seal because I felt bad because he was gonna be stronger than Sigurd, and I didn't think that was right. May or may not have been a bad decision, because Tidus is a sick healer. Right, that's a decent start with a nice charged Araji. Knock that Eden out. Let the summoner go. Let Vulcan go. Let Ignis go. No, we let the summoner go. We'll save Ignis. That's beautiful. Good amount of health too. These might kill my 5 water. Nope. No need to heal at the moment. So like 21 Savage, I'm in the dungeon. Running. Oh, my Titans, they be running. But don't let them wipe your 5E's nose, bro. Don't let them wipe your 5W nose, bro. Don't let them do it. So these lot, I'm just gonna avoid them and blast through the little earth room on the side. Not in stars and levels. I'll show you what I was talking about. Over here in Titan artifacts, you see this Tidus seal is 75 on the summon seal, which ups the physical attack and health. So when I reached 75 with Tidus and I saw that Sigurd was also level 75, I left Tidus at 75 and started upgrading Sigurd's seal, because I didn't feel like me upgrading Tidus's seal farther than Sigurd's seal was right. So I kind of started that. Made me start to invest in Sigurd and his seal a little bit more, because if Sigurd dies, party over, bro. But there's also the theory that potentially having a higher seal on Tidus with more physical attack, more healing, could make it harder for Sigurd to die, because then Tidus with the extra healing is gonna heal him a lot more and keep him alive longer. Let's try. Should be alright. Yeah, 5e can take it. So we're just hitting the 2k Titanite mark. Let's give it a try. 5 water can take it. Another earth room. Let me go and see what my gold count is like. And then I need to think about what I'm gonna have for dinner, because I'm getting hungry. So I'm gonna have to start wrapping up the live stream. Okay, these lot might, let's see, nope. 5 waters just like, don't worry about it, bro. No one needs healing, nope. Don't worry about it, bro. Keep running with that 5 water. Just over 2k. Let me see my gold count. So if you were with me from the beginning of the stream, I had 3 or 4 mil. I have been diving in the dungeon. I now have 11 million in gold. Once I got over the hump, so I'll get these and I'll just convert them to potions right away. I've spent pretty much all my Titanite upgrading at the beginning of the stream. I've already run up around 10k. And I'm hoping when the next event comes, I can all-star some more Titans. So when the stones come, it's just more Titanite, which is gonna make it easier for me and propel me towards level 120 Titans, which for Gold League are truly necessary, bro. And like, if you're watching, you can see it, bro. It's like 270k every floor. I think last time I checked, I was on floor, what, 4-3 or something? Now I'm on floor 4414. So that's what, I don't know, 60 floors, 70 floors or something right quick. Today, man. I think I might have done something like, I don't know, 200 floors today or something, I don't know. But as you can see, I've been on the live stream for 2.5 hours now, getting it. Grinding, and you know what I keep in the lining. But I can guarantee you, in fact, I want to check something right now, bro. Let me check something right now. Right quick. It is not the chat. Go to the dungeon. 11 4 4 1 8 4 5 6 8. Like, I get the feeling as he's watching this stream, Ghost is in the dungeon and he's doing Titanite right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Pharaoh is watching this stream and man's pumping Titanite right now as we speak. Cause I know my guys, you know. Yeah, man, we'll have Galliwasp gaming in the background and be like trying stuff out immediately. So mostly to improve the Titans, it's about Titan potions, and recently I've like just exclusively working on seals, which is this one I'll show you. The artifact at the bottom, that's mostly what I've been working on recently. Like if you look, the artifact on the bottom on all of the Titans at the top, it's always the highest, it's always the most pumped, because the artifact at the bottom, which is the seal, improves both physical attack and health. And most of the stuff, see man's laughing, because he is literally pumping Titanite right now, bro, as we speak. But yeah, mostly if you see, you can just look at it and see on the right of the screen, it's mostly seals, mostly seals. You have guys with almost nothing on them. I have done nothing on Keras, but 7 on Brewster on the seal, 5 on the seal, and 1-1, 12 and 2. Like you can see across all the Titans, apart from Amon, who I haven't started building yet and I haven't really used. It's all about the seals. And this is, as you can see, like, so I've got a lot of crowns developed and I've got a lot of weapons developed. Most of that development happened before I came into contact with Henry Thunder and I saw his artifacts. When I saw his artifacts and then I saw Wick's artifacts, I was like, these men make it look like I'm really wasting dust and wasting resource upgrading crowns. They make it look like I'm wasting dust and wasting resources upgrading weapons. Cause when you see these men's Titans and their artifacts and you see their results, okay, we just hit 280k a floor. Like, it's really like, why do you even need, you don't even really need you don't need much else but the seal. And then another thing that has changed since I've bucked Henry Fonda and encountered him is what I do in the merchant. I'm gonna pick these up right quick while we're here. Dungeon shop. So as you see, previous to Henry Fonda's advice, I was buying a lot of dust and I was using that dust to upgrade stuff like crowns and weapons instead of seals, and I was kind of neglecting the skin stones. Whereas now, following Henry Fonda's advice, as you can see, I have left the dust on the table. I have bought the skin stones. I'm buying skin stones like every day. And it's a lot of skin stones and a lot of working on skins. Because from the advice that I'm getting from these guys and from the results I see these guys doing, if they tell you this is what does the work, these men are super, like, man's crown will be on 1, bro, and his seal will be on 120. Like, man ain't allocated 1 resource to his crown, not even 1, and he will smash your team. Like, so when I'm seeing this, I'm like, wow, it was news to me, still news to me. So it kind of turned me down on working on some of the other stuff that is like a little bit less relevant, and I've recently just been locking in on the seals and locking in on the skin stones and just getting the skin stones in and just upgrading the seals. Although on this stream I couldn't afford to upgrade a Regal's seal earlier, so I did just throw a level on the crown. But yeah, Henry Fonda and Wick wouldn't advise you to do that, but hey. Hopefully, yep, go on, Moloch. Make sure it doesn't. Yeah. You ain't going nowhere with that, bro. Put that down. So, Moloch is in need of a heal. We need to get him into a mixed room. Fortunately, one comes right behind. Let's see if the 5 water heal works. The 5 water heal works beautifully. Honestly, I found a 5 water heal like today, bro. Just like struggling with a stage. Really struggling with with trying to heal someone, and I was like, you know what? What about if I just chuck them into the 5 water? And it worked. And I was like, hey, that's dope. So yeah, 4 water champions if you have a really strong Tidus, and you can heal in a mixed room. Yep. Ooh, yeah, play it manual. I'm tempted to auto. I am tempted to auto, but I don't necessarily want to kill my team, because when I get off the stream, there's a very good chance that I might jump back into the dungeon later. Stop that, Silver. So what is my timestamp? 2:35. Let me end the floor. No. Let me get to the end of the floor. Cash the money in. Put it in the bank. And then right. So guys, before I get off of the stream, is there any questions? Is there anything you guys would like to know? Anything you guys would like to discuss? Please drop something in the chat and let me know. I'm gonna hang around for a minute or two, so if you guys have anything that you would like to ask, anything that you would like me to show you in my account, or something you need to figure out, just let me know. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for staying with me, for rocking with me on the stream, for all the input in the chat, for all of the vibes. Big up to each and every one of you guys, wherever you're at, wherever you're from. Special shout out to all of my guys in the Galliwasp Gaming Discord. Special shout out to everybody in the Galliwasp Guild. Give thanks, man, like ADT Jesus. Is that how it is, or is it man like Jesus? It's one of the two of them, bro. But big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself, man. Let me just slap that water room, seeing as it's in front of me. Right quick. And yeah, to all of the gang, I will catch you guys on Discord. And we look forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow for us, it's gonna be one of two things. It's gonna be the Dragons, or it's going to be the Defenders. And I honestly do not mind, because I've been looking forward to Dragons for quite a while. But I do know that Dragons is going to be a much tougher war than the Defenders. Much tougher war than the Defenders. So either way, it's been a close one. It's been close. Gold League, this has been our first week in Gold League. It has been interesting. This was today's war against Enthusiasmus. It was close, not even 100 points in it. So tomorrow we're looking forward to another war. And you don't know the vibes. Let me find out where it is. It is over here. Big up my people, more love and blessings, manners and respect. Take care of yourself until the next time, until we meet again. Galliwasp.